Hey everybody, my name is BlakJak and welcome back to Assassin's Creed.
Altair. I would have news of your progress.
I've done as you've asked.
Good, good. I sense your thoughts are elsewhere. Speak your mind.
Each man I'm sent to kill speaks cryptic words to me. Each time I come to you and ask for answers. Each time you give only riddles in exchange, but no more.
Who are you to say no more?
I'm the one who does the killing. If you want it to continue, you'll speak straight with me for once.
Tread carefully, boy. I do not like your tone.
And I do not like your deception.
I have offered you a chance to restore your lost honor.
Not lost. Taken. By you. And then you've sent me to fetch it again like some damn dog.
It seems I'll need to find another. A shame. You showed great potential.
I think if you had another, you'd have sent him long ago. You said the answer to my question would arise when I no longer needed to ask it. So I will not ask. I demand you tell me what binds these men.
What you say is true. These men are connected by a blood oath not unlike our own.
Who are they?
Non nobis, domine non nobis.
Templars.
Now you see the true reach of Robert de Sales.
All of these men, leaders of cities, commanders of armies.
All pledge allegiance to his cause.
Their works are not meant to be viewed on their own, are they? But as a whole, what do they desire?
Conquest. They seek the Holy Land not in the name of God, but for themselves.
What of Richard? Salah ad-Din?
Any who oppose the Templars will be destroyed. Be assured they have the means to accomplish it.
Then they must be stopped.
That is why we do our work, Altair. To ensure a future free of such things.
Why did you hide the truth from me?
That you might pierce the veil yourself. Like any task, knowledge precedes action. Information learned is more valuable than information given. Besides, your recent behavior had not inspired much confidence.
I see.
Altair, your mission has not changed. Merely the context within which you perceive it.
And armed with this knowledge, I might better understand those Templars that remain.
Is there anything else you want to know?
What about the treasure Malik retrieved from Solomon's temple? Robert seemed desperate to have it back.
In time, Altair, all will become clear. Just as the role of the Templars has revealed itself to you, so too will the nature of their treasure. For now, take comfort in the fact that it is not in their hands, but ours.
If this is your desire.
It is. You are restored another rank. Take back your weapon. Use it to bring honor to the Brotherhood. Altair, before you go...
Yes?
How did you know I wouldn't kill you?
Truth be told, Master, I didn't. I took a leap of faith.
Alrighty, and with that, we are going to receive more throwing knives. And that's not really the best upgrade. Honestly, I kind of would prefer if they, instead of giving you like damage upgrade and then whatever, they should have given you like damage upgrade, and then this one they should have given you like knives and then something. I feel like the throwing knives just aren't enough of a reward to do anything with. Especially like late in the game. But I don't know, 10 knives is better than 5, so you know, I can't really complain too much. Amazing. Yes. You don't get to do that much in this game, but that's always fucking hilarious. I love doing that. I love just riding through and taking out a whole bunch of people. Alrighty, so we're gonna head over to the Assassin Bureau. I believe I showed off every way to get in here. You know, the other way is just the scholars, and then climbing is the other way. So I think I took care of that injury or something from that. Oh, maybe I didn't. I don't know. Maybe I didn't do the other way, but it's similar to Acker and Duma. It's just Damascus is just climb the side of the building. Not too terribly different from the other places. But with that, we're going to wait for the enemies to show up and kill them, and then see what happens when they fall through the building. Should be interesting. Yep, here they are. Perfect. Just the one guy, and he doesn't do anything interesting. Alright, well, that was kind of a waste of time. Whatever. Guess I could have hid, but it's fine.
Safety and peace, Malik.
Word that the city was possessed of either. Why do you trouble me today?
Al-Mualim has marked Majd Addin for death. What can you tell me about him?
Salah ad-Din's absence has left the city without a proper leader, and Majd Addin has appointed himself to play the part. Fear and intimidation get him what he wants. He has no true claim to the position.
That ends today.
You speak too readily. This is not some slaver we're discussing. He rules Jerusalem and is well protected because of it. I suggest you plan your attack carefully. Get to better know your prey.
With your help, I will. Where would you have me begin my search?
What's this? You're actually asking for my assistance instead of demanding it. I'm impressed.
Be out with it.
As you wish. Here's where I would look. First, to the southwest near the mosque. After that, head south of here. There are 2 locations that might interest you. The southernmost church is one, the other is in the streets, near a synagogue.
Thank you for your help, Dai.
Don't foul this, Altair.
Perfect. Alrighty, so we're just going to heed Malik's advice, because we're going through the greatest anime character development arc of all time. And we're going to go into the poor district of Jerusalem. That's right. So I guess the middle district is the ending of all the levels, I guess. I guess I was wrong. Maybe I was just misremembering. Which probably tends to happen. More than I'd like to really admit. But yeah. We're just gonna head over. It's pretty much the same as the other levels where you have to find, you know, the way to climb up and stuff. It's not really any different than that. So let's just find a synchronization point, dodge all these guards, and we'll be able to continue this game. Normally I like to find areas on the map that's just kind of like alone, or like a small circle within like a square or something. That usually tells me that there's like a building there of some kind. And if I'm near a building, like a lone building, it can be an area to climb, you know. So I'm just looking for just a tower that has a bird, a falcon, I think, or maybe it's an eagle. I don't know. Whatever kind of bird that is, flying around the top. That usually tells me there's a synchronization point there. And I see me a little stand that allows me to jump off. And I believe that's in the poor district of the game, of the level, of the city, rather. Yeah, because like I really can't call it a level, right? Because it's not a level in like the traditional sense. It's a city that you get to come back to, and you see different areas of the city each time you come back, but they're kind of treated like levels because you only really focus in on one district at a time. It's kind of weird. Like, it's not really like an open world game because it's still linear and structured like a traditional game is, but it's still kind of open world because you can explore the area. I don't know, it's weird. That guy threw a rock at me. It's funny. I didn't even catch that until just now. I wasn't even paying attention. So let's fast forward through this, just because I'm kind of tired of having to deal with the group of guards, you know, chasing me and throwing rocks at me and what have you. And probably could have just cut that out, honestly, but whatever, it's fine. Not that big a deal. And we're gonna take out these guards, just because although I'm tired of fighting large groups of enemies, these groups of enemies are necessary for me to get the remaining 3 health pieces that I need. So I know I don't show this off much, and I think I mentioned it when we first played the game, or rather in like the beginning during the training and stuff. But at full health, you can use your synchronization eagle vision. You know, assassin eagle vision. And it just tells you like who you gotta, like who's an enemy, who's a civilian, who's gonna help you, that kind of thing. It's really not helpful at all in any way in this game. Also, it's completely in first person, which again really isn't the best, because I don't believe you can walk in it. It's just like camera control. So it's really not as useful as later games, where it helps you keep track of where the enemies are, you know. Like when you're trying to like stealth around them and stuff, because in the other games, again, granted, this game really is like, I can't really knock this game too much for stuff that they did in the sequels, because again, this game existed first before the sequels did, right? Because they had to grow and learn and get better ideas and stuff. Listen to criticism or whatever. But in like later games, they like the way that the Eagle Vision's used. I think 4 had it so that when you click the analog stick, one of them, I don't remember which one it is, the Eagle Vision turned everything around you into like the Eagle Vision. You still see like red, blue, white, yellow, whatever the colors are. And it helped you keep track of the enemies in a third-person environment, like in a third-person viewpoint instead of the first-person mode. And you can walk around in it, and it helps you like plan your next move and stuff. So like that was really useful in Black Flag. Or in 4. I don't remember what it was like in 2 and Brotherhood and Revelations. I don't really remember. It's been a long time since like the last time I played those games were like when I did the Assassin's Creed run, where I played every Assassin's Creed game back to back to back to back, up until Origins came out. And by the time I did all that, Origins had come out for like a few months. Like I played Origins like 4 months into Origins being out. Like that's how long it took me to get through every Assassin's Creed game. Like by the time I even fucking played, like I played 2 right after 1, and then I played Brotherhood and Revelations like right after, and then like by the time I got to Origins, I had forgotten what 2 and Brotherhood and like all the specifics about those games, other than like, you know, the combat mechanics and like the general gist of playing them and stuff like that. But you know, not much for me to really remember without confusing with other games in the series. Suffice it to say, I was dumb hype for Origins. I kind of stopped playing the game, or the series around Unity, when Unity came out, because I saw like all the shit that went on with Unity, and I was just like, you know, Ubisoft is fucking shit now or whatever. I don't feel like playing Assassin's Creed anymore. And then Syndicate came out, and like I kind of didn't know anything about it, so I didn't play it. And then like a year passed, and there was an Assassin's Creed game or whatever, and then like I heard rumors of this one that takes place in Egypt and whatever, and then I was like, all right, cool, that's a cool time period. And then like it's like the Cleopatra era, and I was like, oh, that's pretty dope. And then like I started getting hyped for it, and I saw like pictures and stuff and like trailers and whatever, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get every Assassin's Creed game, 1 to Chronicles, you know, or Syndicate or whatever, like including Chronicles, and then I'm gonna pick up Origins when it comes out. And I did. I found it for like $30, brand new, It was like they had like a sale going on at GameStop for like half off for whatever reason, and I was like, all right, I'll take it. Works for me. Actually, I got that game like for like $5 because I had a gift card, like a credit for GameStop for something. Like they gave me like $10 off or some shit, and I had like a gift card for another like $10. So I only really ended up spending like $13, $14 with tax when that game came out. It was pretty cool. So that was pretty neat that ended up happening. You know, before GameStop decided that they wanted to suck. And to be fair, like GameStop has been on the decline for years now. Like it's not like I didn't see it coming, but I just wasn't expecting it to be in free fall. Like I was kind of expecting GameStop to go down within like maybe a decade or so. Within like the next 10 years. I was not expecting it to fucking plummet within like a few months. I've been watching Camelot. I forgot his numbers, but like the dude who used to work at GameStop for like 11 years or whatever, and like he told his like experiences working there or whatever, and like he's been like keeping track of like the GameStop stock prices and shit, and it's just wild to know that I can get GameStop stock for like $4. Actually, even less than $4 a stock, which is crazy to think about. Not that I want any of that burden of holding stocks from GameStop, but it's wild to think that the fucking company is going under dumb quick, and it really only took them a few months to do that. It's pretty wild. But yeah, like I still go to GameStop every once in a while, but like I really only go there for like I stopped pre-ordering games from GameStop because like I think the last game I pre-ordered from them was Moon. Oh no, it wasn't Moon. It was Alpha and Omega. They gave me a poster with Diancie on one side, and on the other side is Kyogre and Groudon in primal form. It's like the last game I pre-ordered from them. And like that was like the only thing I got from it, and I was just like, you know what? Like as much as I like posters and stuff, it's just like that wasn't really worth it to pre-order a game. And although I liked the Omega and Alpha games, it just wasn't. Did I say Moon? Did I say I pre-ordered Moon? I meant Alpha Sapphire. I pre-ordered Alpha Sapphire. But yeah, like it just wasn't worth pre-ordering Pokemon for that. So like I just kind of stopped pre-ordering games from GameStop altogether. It's like you don't really get anything cool out of it anymore. It's like a lot of it's DLC now. And it's just like wait like a week. Oh, actually no, I pre-ordered Smash Brothers Ultimate. You're right. Nah, yeah, that's right. I pre-ordered Ultimate. That was like awesome. But I want a PD Piranha. I mean, I wanted the Piranha Plant. That's what I wanted. And then I didn't get the Piranha Plant until like a few months later. It was really weird because I don't know if anyone remembers the Piranha Plant DLC for Smash Brothers Ultimate when it first came. Like you got when you pre-ordered the game, you got like the chance to. You didn't even need to pre-order the game. Honestly, you just had to buy it within like the first month or whatever, and you had to like register your game in the system in the Switch itself, and then like you would get credit for the DLC, and then you could just buy it. It's supposed to be like this day one thing, but like it didn't do it like I don't know what happened. Like I wasn't able to get it until like mid-February. I don't know why that happened the way it did. Which sucked because I kind of like playing as a Piranha Plant. Like now, I play as a Piranha Plant because I have them free. But you know, I got to get all the DLC characters for that game. That game's really fun. I don't play it enough though. Like I don't play. It sucks. I have a few games for the Switch, but like I don't play the Switch enough to like justify spending the money on like more Switch games. Like I still have Zelda, and I like played maybe a few hours of it, but that's about it. I think like the furthest game, other than Ultimate, which I beat and still play every once in a Like the only other game like I think I touch on the Switch was Mario Odyssey, and like even that game I haven't beat yet. You know, like I don't know. I don't play the Switch that often. I don't know why. Like, I don't really have a reason not to. I just don't really. I just haven't sat down to play it. I don't know why that's the case. It's weird. It doesn't help that the Joy-Cons are drifting too now. It's really weird that they're doing that. I heard somewhere down the line, like from someone, that you could just call Nintendo and then like they replace it for you or something. Like they'll just give you a replacement Joy-Con or something. Or they like fix it or some shit. I don't remember what it is. But like I got the Pro Controller anyway, so it's not even like that big a deal. But my biggest issue is that my Joy-Cons aren't charging. Like my left one, for some reason, just isn't charging. I don't know why that is. It's weird, 'cause, like I have that issue. Oh, that's a cool stab. Yeah, I forgot. Altair has sometimes he pulls out like a different running hidden blade kill. That's cool. But yeah, I have like my Joy-Cons are weird because like it's only the left one too. The right one's fine. At least I think it's fine. I don't remember. I don't think it's acting up in any sort of way. But it's like it's weird because it's not charging when it's plugged in like to base. When you like connect the Joy-Cons to the Switch and then plug it into the base itself, like it's not charging from that, and it's drifting. I think they're both drifting. I think that's the issue with the right stick too. Is the right Joy-Con is that it's also drifting a tad bit. Not worse than the left one. The left one is like degrading rapidly. It's weird. But yeah, it's fucking wild that they're doing that. I mean, I like the Joy-Cons. I think the HD Rumble feature that they have is phenomenal. I think it's really cool, but I think, like, especially for my hands, like, I have rather large hands. I guess it wouldn't be, like, larger than most people's, but, like, they're like, big hands, you know? And, like, the Joy-Con is, like, the size of my hand. You know, like, like, they're really small. So... like I have to play it like docked in like the little Switch controller thing. Like it has like that thing where you connect the Joy-Cons into the little base and then you can just play it like a controller. Oh, that was a Templar. Oh, was I remembering that? I think that's the thing I was remembering. I got into a fight with a group of people and I guess a Templar showed up. But I could have sworn I fast forwarded. Might have been a different one then. Whatever. But yeah, so like they fit my hands weirdly, and like they're just really small. So like it's really fun because when I have like a group of friends over, since I have the Pro Controller, we technically have 3 Switch controllers. But I like to do this little thing where like we're playing Smash Brothers, and it's like winner gets the Pro Controller because that's clearly the best one of the Switch controllers. So it's like we all fight in Smash Brothers, and like whoever wins gets the... They look like a duck for a second. Oh, anyone caught that? The tower and this like dome over here, the two of them combined look like a duck. That was funny. But yeah, like so when one of us wins, the first one to... The last one to last in the Smash fight would get the Joy-Con, or would get the Pro Controller. So I like playing like that, and it's really annoying to play Smash Brothers on the tiny itty bitty Joy-Con. It's kind of like playing Smash Brothers on like a Game Boy Micro, if anyone remembers those. That's what it's like. Except there's an analog stick, and it's really too close to the face buttons. I don't know, maybe it's just because like I'm used to playing on like the PS4 controller, I guess. Like when the PS4 controller came out, and like I started playing on that a lot, it was really weird going back to the PS3 controller. Like it felt like my hands were like naturally going to like the bigger controller. Actually, you know what else that did that with? That happened with me with the 3DS. So when I got the 3DS and the 3DS XL and I was playing the XL, for a long time, and I started playing my SP again, like when I'd find to play Game Boy games or whatever. It felt like my hands were just like off. Like I was so used to playing the XL that like I would want to position my hands like I was holding an XL, but like I wasn't. So it felt like I was missing something. It was weird. It's a weird feeling. I don't know if anyone else can relate to that. Oh, wow. So we're almost done. I think this might be the last synchronization point, if I'm not mistaken. At least if I have been semi-paying attention, which I haven't been at all, because it's just the same thing as the other ones. What was I going to say? This is kind of like Pimp My Ride almost, and how like the first half of each level is like this really long, like half-hour long level of just doing the same thing. Oh, it wasn't. It's the second to last one. Unless that's an 8. That looks like a 6 to me. All right, whatever. But yeah, this is kind of reminding me of like, that's like the perfect way to put it. It's like, well, actually, it's not really the perfect way because it's not 2 phases in one level. It's one level that has side stuff to do that helps you. Whereas in Pimp My Ride, it's like, here's the first half of the level, dick around for half an hour, collecting money, and then do the actual game, which only really takes like 10 minutes. So that's why I guess that's why I justified not cutting this out, is because like you were actually doing stuff instead of just aimlessly driving around for an hour doing the same repetitive shit with like slightly increases in difficulty. Oh, yep, that's about it. That's all I can really compare it to. I really want to play more games like Pimp My Ride. Like I definitely, for this channel, like I want to play, because like I know I definitely mentioned this in one of the other videos, but like that's the theme of this playthrough, is that I'm just being really repetitive, like this game is. That's wow. I just kind of realized that I've been super repetitive all playthrough, and it's been like matching the footage on screen of Altair doing the same shit, just in different locations. That is not something I intended. But yeah, like I was mentioning, I have like a bunch of fucking you know what's funny? The last time I went to the game, my mom pop shop, local mom pop shop, I picked up Zathura for the PS2. I've yet to play it. I'm really curious. But yeah, I saw that, and I saw what's the other game I picked up yesterday? Or not yesterday, but the other day. Fuck, what was the other game? I don't see it up there. Some other shitty game. Was it? Oh no, it was South Park. Yeah, no. So the other day, yeah, I picked up the South Park games, and I picked up Zathura. That was one of the games. Oh, for the Wii, yeah, it was Mini Desk something Racers, I think. I didn't pick that up. My girlfriend saw that and wanted to play that. It's funny because we go there and we ask like, the people that work there normally. We're like, yo, insert name here. What's the shittiest game you have at the moment? And then they'll usually bring us to the Wii section, which is cheating.
They sent word you wish to speak with me.
Majd Addin intends another execution today. We must ensure all goes well.
It is my duty to serve.
Bring the document I've given you to your master. This way he'll know where my men are at all times. And be quick about it. We can ill afford any delays.
There will be none, you have my word. Is there anything else?
We've reason to believe they've infiltrated the city. Majd Addin fears for his safety. Truth be told, I don't blame him. A man in his position has many enemies.
I'm sure your men will keep him safe.
God willing.
Alrighty, so now it's time to pickpocket from this guy who has something of value. So we're just going to take it from him. I said take it from him. Perfect, perfect. So acquiring the map detailing the position of Majd Addin's guards. So that's pretty cool. Majd Addin, I think he isn't that memorable either. At least he wasn't someone that I truly recalled very well the first time playing. But I guess he's memorable in a way.
Wants us to repair a stage for another execution today.
It's the one at the western edge of Solomon's Temple. I was on my way just now.
So much death.
Worried that our true leader might return and bring a measure of justice to this city.
Yes, and not this mockery Majd Addin parades before us.
How? How does something like this happen?
Everyone appointed in Salah ad-Din's stead is met with an untimely end. And now the position falls to him. He, who was once nothing more than the Emir's scribe.
How convenient. It would not surprise me to learn he was behind these accidents.
Shh! If the guards hear us, we'll be taken for treason. Executed on the very platform we have to repair. Come, let us return to work.
Alrighty. So, what was I saying? I was so spacing out there for like 20 seconds that I had forgotten. Let me just apparently suck this imaginary dick in the background. I just realized I was doing that. Oh yeah, this guy is annoying because he walks in between the guards. Yeah, so for this guy, what I did was just walk around this little corner over here because he's stuck in an area where he's gonna walk around, and I just waited for him. That's what I did, so I'm gonna speed that up because he takes fucking forever to walk. Perfect. And then we can swipe his goodies. Wow, that guy's rude. He walked up to me, buddy. So I think this guy just walks around in a circle. I think every time he goes through the guards, he's gonna you're gonna have to just climb up the building and around the building or whatever. But yeah, he constantly walks around the guards. At least that's what I remember him doing, or at least that's what it looks like he was going to do. Just go back to the guards, but it's not that hard. Like I said, pickpocketing is easy. Actually all these missions are like super easy, except for like the occasional informant mission. Some of the informant missions can be really tricky, but like the eavesdrop mission is super easy because all you have to do is just sit down and eavesdrop. The later games did the eavesdrop missions like really cleverly, but also really hard at the same time. But again, we'll get there when we get there. Like, I don't mean to keep talking about the sequels to this game, but the sequels like really took what the first game had and not only improved upon it, but made them fun and interesting and challenging, you know. Like, oh, that's how you kill a Templar. You just push him off a building. That's funny. Oh, it was this one. Yeah. All right. So a Templar appeared and I killed him, and then I fast forward everything else. I guess that's the one I was thinking of. What the fuck was I saying?
I am sorry, Ahmad. They came without warning.
My son? They have my son? What is to be done with him?
We did everything we could.
What is to be done with him?
He's to be executed. Today.
No, I won't allow it.
But what can we do? Majd Addin will hear no appeals. He says there can be no barter with God's will.
This is not God's will, but madness. I'll go to him myself. Where is he?
He will attend the execution. Perform it even. He enjoys the act. A truly evil man.
We have no time to lose then. Let's go.
So yeah, like I was saying, this game like has the openings of interesting ideas for playing a game like this, and then the sequels take those ideas and then make them dumb fun. Like the eavesdrop. What the fuck is that guy doing? Like the eavesdrops in this game, you find a seat and listen in, and that's it, and then the mission's over. In the other games, you have to like, I think it's 3, might be 3 revelations. I think it's 3, in 3 to eavesdrop, you have to be in a certain radius of the person you're eavesdropping in, which makes sense. And you have to like follow them.
They must be reported. A small crime today leads to larger ones tomorrow. Majd Addin will help. Only come forward so that he might know their names. There is no harm in naming them. Those among you who defy the law. We are nothing without our faith, without its rules and its direction. To defy it is to defy the one who leads us. Such behavior cannot be allowed.
This guy knows he's like willingly getting people killed, right? What a dickhead. For that, you deserve to get beaten in public. So yeah, like I normally mentioned before, your only task to do in these missions is just beat the shit out of the dude that you have to interrogate, because all the other guys don't matter. So like every time someone else punches, just punch him in the face, and that's it.
Enough! I still breathe, so you must desire more than just my life. What is it?
You know Majd Addin well?
Better than most.
He seems a bit too righteous. Is the law really so important to him?
What do you think?
I think he hides something, and I think you'll tell me what it is.
It's a veil. All of it. Men like me, we are meant to scare them. Fill the people with fear. The ones he kills, not criminals, but dangerous all the same.
Dangerous to who?
His plans. Their plans. Yes, he speaks of others. Those he works with. Works for, perhaps. I am uncertain. They need the city, though. Controlling it is important to them.
Why?
You'll have to ask him yourself. Attend one of his executions. It's when he's most talkative, addressing the crowd, hands covered in blood.
Then we are done.
Dang, boy. Got him. Oh. What was I talking about beforehand? Was it something about Assassin's Creed other games? And like how they improved? I feel like I finished that topic though. Oh well, whatever. You know what would be really nice is that if I wrote down like topics to talk about in videos. I don't like just go off on tangents from there. I feel like that would help my ramblings a little better instead of just like trying to think of stuff to talk about.
Still need help from me. I'm not convinced I could be of any help. I have not been in town for a while. Well, not since Majd Addin put a bounty on my head. 3 of his men are after me. Perhaps your blade could help. Get rid of them, and I'll search my memory for something worth your while.
That's a weird way to state that, friend. I will search my memory in order to help you find something. Why not just say like, oh, I'll give you any information that I can remember. I don't know. That was just a weird way to say that. So I had an issue with this guy. Like I kept losing to him, or rather, I kept losing this particular mission. I can't remember if I lost this and then came back to it. I can't remember if I did that, and this is just like footage that was filmed later and then I took care of it. Yeah, so right there, that guy pushed me and I was right next to my target. I didn't go after the target because right next to that was a dead body, and I felt that I would get spotted if I didn't kill him quickly. So I let him go. I'll come back for him later. I'm not timed, so I don't really have to worry about that right now. I know I failed this mission a few times. Just funny enough, really. But as long as you keep your distance from the guards, or rather your targets, and you know, don't worry really about them. That is a stealth attack for some reason, even though that is like very drawn out and very not stealthy. Like like it makes people like see what the hell just happened. Like, that was not the stealthiest thing to do, but whatever, works for me. And it seems like the guard happened to walk around and didn't notice me kill the guard, so he's probably not even looking for me right now, which means that he's easy pickings. And I killed him just like his little friend over here. So as long as you be careful and you don't get too close to the guards and you don't really do anything suspicious, and suspicious meaning like don't walk into anyone who will get your attention, you should be fine.
Now I'm starting to understand why they call you the One. What could I tell you that would be of any help? Oh yes. Majd Addin enjoys lecturing his prisoners before executing them. While doing so, he turns his back to the crowd. I'm sure it is the perfect moment to strike. Does that help? Now I must go hide for a while.
Interesting. I mean, it doesn't help that he's going to be surrounded by guards anyway, so like it doesn't really matter what the timing would be to strike him. Just, I mean, because like I said, he's surrounded by guards. It's not like he's going to not notice me. Alrighty, so to the last informant, and I remember this one. If I remember this one correctly, this one I sometimes have a hard time with, if I'm not mistaken.
You again, Grandmaster. Safety and peace. I'm so glad to see you. In these troubled times, they asked me to prove myself. But I feel so inadequate when I compare myself to you. I must kill 2 of Majd Addin's men without a fight. Could you show me the way? I will be forever grateful, and share a very interesting story with you.
Okay, so no, this was not the one I was thinking of. I was thinking of the one that you have to kill like 5 dudes. I'm not sure if that's later or something. But that guy deadass just told me to do his assignment for him. Like, fuck that guy, man. Man, I don't like doing homework for other people, you know what I'm saying? Like, why can't you do it? Fuck you. Right? It's not like you broke your leg or nothing. You were just like, I don't want to do it. You do it. It's... Oh, thank God that helped me. Whew. So if he would have punched me, I feel like that would have ended the mission right then and there. Apparently, stopping him from punching me and with the hidden blade made it so that he didn't call the guards and no one saw anything, which allowed me to get away unscathed and just return to this guy.
You are the best the clan has ever seen. Here is my story, Master. I was cleaning the temple steps. I overheard 2 scholars praising how easy it was for them to pass the soldiers guarding the entrance of the execution plaza. If you time your entry properly, they could provide a nice distraction for the guards. But I am sure that with your wisdom, you knew that already.
Now this guy's fucking sucking up to me. Look at that guy. I did his homework for him. He's telling me I'm the best in the clan and shit. Telling me I'm smart and like I knew plans and stuff and how to execute. Man, fuck that guy, man. Fake ass. Fucking wannabe yes man. Piece of shit. Assassins in this game are dickheads. All of them, man. They'll either hate me because I'm better than them, or they're sucking up to me because I'm better than them. Fuck them. This game is funny. I find this game funny because I'm stupid. So, we're gonna go kill Majd Addin, who is a guy apparently wanting to execute people for apparently like no reason whatsoever. That sounds like the government. Honestly. That sounds like the American government right now. Fucking incarcerating people for little to no reason. Like some people. Some people just... There's no need to incarcerate them. I don't know why I'm talking about this.
What news, novice?
I am not a novice.
A man's skill is defined by his actions, not the markings on his robe.
We can trade barbs or do Al-Muallim's work. It's your decision.
Then be out with it.
Jerusalem's regent Majd Addin is holding a public execution not far from here. It's sure to be well guarded, but it's nothing I can't handle. I know what to do.
And that is why you remain a novice in my eyes. You cannot know anything, only suspect. You must expect to be wrong, to have overlooked something. Anticipate, Altair. How many times must I remind you of this?
As you wish. Are we done?
Not quite. There is one more thing. One of the men to be executed is a brother. One of us. Al-Mulim wishes for him to be saved. Do not worry about the actual rescue. My men will take care of that. But you must ensure Majd Addin does not take his life.
I won't give him the chance.
So I hope.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Alrighty, time to go kill Majd Addin and save our assassin brother from being captured and not doing his job. Also, fuck you, Malik, alright? I'm no novice. That guy was kissing my ass because I'm the best in here. Alright, best in the fucking creed, alright, bro? Alright, fuck you and your insults. Okay? Even though I like Malik as a character, I think he's really cool. But yeah, so we're gonna eavesdrop. Oh, we're gonna eavesdrop. We're going to ambush Majd Addin and his little execution platform that he has over here.
Silence! I demand silence! People of Jerusalem, hear me well. I stand here today to deliver a warning. There are malcontents among you. They sow the seeds of discontent, hoping to lead you astray. Tell me, is this what you desire? To be mired in deceit and sin? To live your lives in fear? Then you wish to take action? Your devotion pleases me. This evil must be purged. Only then can we hope to be redeemed.
This is not justice!
You've no right to do that!
And all of you stand idle, complicit in this crime.
God curse you all! See how the evil of one man spreads to corrupt others? They sought to instill fear and doubt within you, but I will keep you safe. Here now are four filled with sin. The harlot, the thief, the gambler, the heretic. Let God's judgment be brought down upon them all!
What's that Johnny Cash song? Where it's like the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter. Tell him the God's gonna rain down. Right, that's the song? Something like that? So yeah, Majd Addin, he's not that bad of a fight. Actually, I'm kind of goofing on him by using the hidden blade. But he's not even like that harsh of a fight, rather like that big of an enemy, really. Also, he's not really that memorable of like a character to me. Even though like I am in a fight with like his whole regiment right here. But still. Yo, where is Malik's team? Like for this rescue, you know, like he said that he's gonna save the assassin from thing. Am I the team? Am I the team that's rescuing him? Am I like the one guy that's here? I mean, I'm taking my sweet ass time with this too. Like I could have just easily killed him and shit. I'm just fucking. He fainted right there. That was pretty cool.
Your work here is finished.
No, no! It had only just begun!
Tell me, what's your part in all of this? Do you intend to defend yourself as the others have and explain away your evil deeds?
The Brotherhood wanted the city. I wanted power. There was an opportunity.
An opportunity to murder innocents.
Not so innocent. Dissident voices cut deep as steel. They disrupt order. In this, I do agree with the Brotherhood.
You'd kill people simply for believing differently than you.
Of course not. I killed them because I could. Because it was fun. Do you know what it feels like to determine another man's fate? And did you see the way the people cheered? The way they feared me? I was like a god. You'd have done the same if you could. Such power.
Once perhaps. But then I learned what becomes of those who lift themselves above others.
And what is that?
Here, let me show you.
So like, does Altair have like a heart-to-heart with these guys? And like, does all the guards standing over me just like watch as like their leader is talking to the guy who's about to kill him, and they do absolutely nothing to stop him? Or is that like something that just plays in Altair's head and like he just sees these visions as he's murdering these people? Or did this not actually happen? I don't know. A lot of that was glitches, right? In the Animus? Like, is that something that could just possibly happen? I don't know. Food for thought. So we're at the Assassin Bureau. I'm gonna speed up killing all these guards until they leave me alone. Hopefully, let's see if something funny happens. I don't know if anything funny will happen, but that'd be pretty cool if it did. Nope, just regular ragdoll physics. Although that... What the fuck was that? I launched one of their swords. Alright, well, whatever. That was something. Although it was funny that the guy ran away and ended up dying. That was pretty funny.
Jerusalem needs a new ruler.
So I have heard.
What's this? No words of wisdom for me? Surely I have failed in some spectacular fashion.
You performed as an assassin should. No more, no less. That you expect praise for merely doing as told, however, troubles me.
It seems everything I do troubles you.
Reflect on that. But do so on your way back to Masyaf. Your work here is done.
Fast forwarding memory to a more
Well,
recent
since it's
one.
the end of the Black memory, we're actually going to be kicked out of the Animus and back into modern times. That might be the last time we see a beautiful, perfect bar of mission blocks, DNA blocks or whatever. So, because I'm not going to be killing all the civilians now.
We done already?
Get up.
Whatever you say, Doc.
I'm ending the session. No, I'll be right there. You're sure about this? Yes. No. Everything's Denver. I don't see how he could... Of course. I understand. You're in a lot of trouble, Mr. Miles.
What's his problem?
They're coming for you.
Who's coming for me?
Assassins.
Hey, I had nothing to do with this.
Sounds like they're mounting some kind of rescue attempt. Guess you're more important than you realized.
Man, things just keep getting weirder and weirder around here.
It was bound to happen.
What do you mean?
That little fight your ancestors started during the Third Crusade, it never ended. You're being held by Templars.
Vidic's a Templar?
There's no way you could have known. They hide it so well. But to answer your question, Vidic works for them. We all do. Abstergo is their company.
I thought Templars were old dudes with funny hats who sat around drinking beer and plotting world domination with, like, the lizard people.
No. Except the part about world domination, I guess. Look, Desmond, it's complicated. Half the stuff they say about the Templars comes from crazy tinfoil hat-wearing nut jobs. The other half is misinformation intentionally produced by the Templars themselves.
But they are the bad guys, right?
If there's one thing I've learned since I started working here, it's that there's no such thing. It's all so relative. I guess the best way to explain it is, what they want is good. But the way they're going about it, it's bad. Really bad.
What are they trying to do? Lucy.
Yes.
Miss Stillman, I need to speak with you. Get up here, now!
On my way, Doctor. I'm sorry, Desmond. I have to go. You should turn in for the night. The answers to all of your questions are right in front of you. You just have to know where to look.
Alright, and with that we can goof off and read Vidic's computer now that we have his access key. Remember, we got that from before the memory, like right before we entered the Animus for the first time. Memory 4? Memory block 4? So what we got to do is go into our room and...
Please, Desmond. I'm gonna get in trouble if I don't leave. And I can't leave until
yeah,
you're
so
in your
we have to wait until we go into the... We have to go into our room, wait a second, then leave, and then we can check out all the computers and stuff. There's really nothing important within the room itself. We could just leave the second the door closes. Lucy will not be in here. It'd be kind of weird if she were, though. Can you imagine that? She hasn't left yet. She's like in a different position. Leave and come back. So now we're going to check out Vidic's emails. Some of them we've already seen because some of them were directly to Lucy. We've already read the days for Lucy's emails, although today is a new day. I think today is September 5th in game. I believe it's 2012, actually. It's when this game takes place, if I'm not mistaken. And so here's an email in which it's stating about the hurricane. There is a hurricane coming, and it's going through out the area. It's like a massive one, if I'm not mistaken. Really weird weather patterns are happening. And that's just something to keep in mind. This is what's going on in the background of the game. And it mentions something about December 21st, which is when they will launch their satellite, which is beginning the structure of the overarching modern day plot. And then here is another news, headline, where it's the EU versus the US and how they're facing criticism. Sorry, not versus, and the EU and the US are facing criticism for their oil platforms in the Weldon Sea. And people are like saying that it's like horrible for the region or some shit. Violates whatever. But here is the email that Lucy sent to Riddick about her friend who died in the incident. And it's just her trying to get some answers out of their boss, Mr. Rickon, who we haven't seen yet. And he mentions some other characters that we haven't met yet. Or I don't even know if we are going to meet them. Let me double check that name again. Aubrey Jacobs. I don't remember that name. So I'm not sure if that's even important. And then, yeah. And then it's Rickon sends one to Warden Viddick about his the issue. And this is the whole pen thing. We've already read this one. And this one is Lucy saying, you'll end up like Layla, what did you mean? And then, and then he like sends something like passive aggressive. But the interesting one, we've already read this one. This is just the contracts or whatever. But the interesting one isn't this one. It's actually this other deleted email. I was reading it to see if it was any different, but this is just the Extergo like contract thing. But this is the interesting one. I know what you're doing. I know what you did. I saw him. He had a metal ball. It opened. They went crazy, shooting, stabbing, tore each other into pieces. I know it was you people. Saw the logo, heard the name. I'm going to tell anyone who will listen. You'll be exposed. They'll know the truth, and then you will pay. You crazy bastards, you'll pay. Now, I don't know who that is. That could be a few characters. I'm assuming that was Layla. If it's not Layla, then it's probably Subject 16, who we haven't met either. But there are references to him in this game. We'll be seeing those references later. And we can look through Lucy's thing. I think she only really got 2 new emails, which was the Nancy Nillup one that we have already read. Sorry about the authorized. Yeah, so yeah, it's just her saying that she's not allowed to talk about it. And then this is the original one that Lucy sent about to Mr. Rickon, and he's like, oh yeah, she killed herself. And then like we've already read that one though. And then I don't remember what this one is. So Mr. Rickon, so no, that's probably just something we've already read. So we've pretty much read all the emails. But again, if you want to read through them, just pause the game and read them. But that about does it for this long ass video. And I'll see you guys in the next long-ass video. Bye, guys. Have a great day. Peace.